I used to do the Run for Life in Edinburgh and raise money for cancer, and now I feel such a mug.
So we just watched What the Health, the new documentary that's not even quite really out yet, but lovely Tonya here helped fund the thing, so we got like an early viewing thanks to lovely Tonya.
It's out the 16th of March.
Yeah, that was something else, isn't it?
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So it's better than Cowspiracy. Like, I really love that, and there were so many points where I was like, "Oh my god, that can't be true!" And I feel like it was the same with this, wasn't it? All those.
And when you see your friends and loved ones that are dying from these things, and now we've got this information and this.
This was a step further because it covered all the bases. So anything like where do you get your protein from, you know, and isn't a little
expensive.
Yeah, isn't a little bit of meat okay? Isn't everything in moderate? You know, everything was cut down.
My favourite quote was when someone said, "Is it okay? A bit of little chickens okay, isn't it?" Like they were saying how bad animal protein was. And was it Esselstyn, one of the plant-based doctors, said, "Well, do you want to be shot or hung, basically?"
Yeah.
That
it's just
cool.
bad, And fish as well, how bad fish is.
Yeah.
The fact they eat each other and they're full of toxins.
Yeah.
I try and explain that to people, and I just need them to watch it.
Well, that's it. That covers everything that anyone's ever said to you.
Just been waiting for this film so long.
People need to do a screening of this, don't they, in their hometown and invite everyone along.
Yeah. It's just shocking how little information doctors have.
Yeah.
Was it 7 hours in 4 years that they were
So
doing
what do
too
you
much?
need? Sorry.
We're student lie.
Hey, it's Matt.
that was Matt.
Did you like the film, Matt? We're just doing a review.
So what things did it cover? So obviously like health, and so the funding behind all of these industries.
Yeah.
So
That was
why?
the most shocking bit, wasn't it?
So the meat, dairy industries and Big Pharma basically funding the materials that the doctors learn their facts from about the different.
And then learning what.
And also they sponsor the American Heart Association.
Yeah,
like
the charities. That is.
Yeah. And none of them wanted to speak on camera. They freaked out, didn't they? He got to speak, didn't he? Kip got to speak to that one guy at the diabetes
until he talked about diet.
And as soon as it was about diet, he really was angry.
Caused an argument.
You said you saw him snarl, didn't you?
You do want to discuss that.
Oh well, we can't talk about nutrition. Well, who do we talk to learn about what to eat
Anyone
to
you
stop
want.
getting this diabetes? Yeah, anyone you want, not
Except
me
for
though.
me. So they can say no. That's fine.
And so basically, because they're sponsored by these industries.
It makes me want to weep because think of even when you looked at the website, the cancer website, you know, people have obviously had chemo because they've lost their hair on the pictures, and they've got them pictures with their loved ones. I mean, these people are dying.
Yeah.
That's how brutal they are. For money, they're getting people they know are going to die. We're not helping you, but we're going to get more money. So can we take your picture and put it on our website?
Yeah.
It is absolutely shocking. And I hate, you know, people who do these runs. I've done them as well. I used to do the Run for Life in Edinburgh and raise money for cancer. And now I feel such a mug.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call during the week from cancer research people, and I says to her, you know, open your eyes, look at Forks Over Knives or one of the websites. You know, you are just peddling for a money pit.
Well, when they want you to have a barbecue, which they're now saying heterocyclic amine, so just smoke from heated animal flesh can give you cancers.
Yeah.
And then, let's raise cancer research, so give us money so we can research new drugs, rather than talking about the cause, new drugs to sell back to you so you can make us more money. They're the richest people in the world. Why do they need our charity?
Yeah.
What the
And
hell?
who have they actually helped?
Yeah, the
Ever?
sales.
No one,
There's no money in prevention.
Hands up if you got really angry at one point during that film. Hands up if you got really sad and wanted to cry at one point also in that film.
Poor lady who in 2 weeks she
Watch
went
if you want to be sad and
vegan for 2 weeks and stopped taking all her meds. And you saw how happy she was, you know.
Oh yeah, I like the way they formatted the film where they're showing all the negative and how people had all those medications, and we all said to me, I hope they get them on the plant-based diets. And at the end you see the people.
They were all at the
They were on it all along.
Yeah. So you went to the two.
They were all there, were they?
Yeah, all of them.
Wow.
So Goldhammer, who was there, you know, with the dark hair, and Dr. Clapper. So this Goldhammer's place, isn't it? And
yeah, they run it. They're awesome. When I was there, I saw so many people go there with like diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, all sorts of things, and they all improved. Some people came off medication, their diabetes reversed. There's just case after case of people recovering when they were there, and I got a lot better when I was there as well.
You've seen it firsthand.
And I've had it with my PT clients, even something as simple as that, just telling people the advice in the gym, type 2 diabetes and different things.
Do they want to live in fear of dying or the joy of living? That's the choices. Go on a vegan diet, plant-based, obviously, whole foods, plant-based.
So easy.
Cut the odd oils out as well.
But they showed that thing about the waste, and then that all gets getting sprayed in all these fields around people's homes. That's something I've never really seen a lot about before, and that made me sad.
Didn't they touch upon that in Cowspiracy?
Raw sewage.
The sewage stuff?
Yeah.
Well, that's why
you really see that. It's so good.
you get the dead zones in the sea because it's all just
So the runoff, the fact that
from the farms.
But
they never showed you them actually spraying it raw onto the farmland round.
I've never seen that.
No.
to actually see all those fish washed up at shore because of what they're putting on there.
That's
on the
sort of
land.
stuff you just don't ever see or hear about.
So that's what you hear about ocean dead zones, and then that's where most of our oxygen comes from. But now you're getting these dead zones, so we're just going to run out of oxygen, like eventually, like. Well.
You know the whole bit with the sponsorships from meat and dairy companies into like cancer charities and stuff, and that whole section. You guys should really watch. What did I say it was called?
Dice Lappers United.
The one Merchants of Doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all to do with how the tobacco industry was try and spread. Is it misinformation or disinformation?
Disinformation, because they know it's wrong.
Yeah. So they can't disprove this stuff
Yeah.
that scientists are putting out, but they can make people think, well, everything gives you cancer, so nobody
I might as well
knows.
eat what I
Might as
want,
well
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
That's why they
That's
fund
what's happening
research for people to cause the doubt. Like there was one research saying eggs weren't as bad as a McMuffin, wasn't it? A McDonald's McMuffin.
Yeah.
Compared to that, eggs are quite good cholesterol
And
wise.
what about when that thing about they talk about all the things that can't be said about things like eggs, for example?
Yeah.
They couldn't be called healthy. They can't be called safe,
Not
nutritious.
even safe.
Yeah,
And then what did
they're
that?
good for you.
There was an example. What was it?
It's for dinner or something.
Oh yeah.
About steak. It's for dinner.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
That's all I can say about it. It's for dinner. It was hilarious.
It's almost an order as well. It's kind of similar to how they're trying to fight back against plant milk, saying, well, you can't be called milk. If we can't use healthy, we can't
That's
use
getting really babyish, and they really are clutching at straws now, aren't they? But that's a good thing. Like we can see that they know that their day is coming, don't they? They know.
Well, they're worried about it, aren't they? I mean, they're thinking they're putting a hit on the guy that's got the
Just Mayo thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Josh Tetrick.
creating the alternative
let's
egg.
bump him off.
That-
These are the
that's
sort of people
chilling.
that are running the world, heads
Yeah.
of corporations, and they are psychotic. But they are. But that's how you get ahead, isn't it?
Oh, they're insane. They're eating their own products, aren't they? That are full
Trump
of
steaks.
bacteria.
Oh, that
and-
failed, I think.
yeah.
That company. Oh, it doesn't help though, does it?
So I learned a lot of stuff that I already knew, but just to see it concisely in one documentary, and I learned a lot of new stuff as well. But just to see it all there together was really good.
Yeah, and they touch on everything. It would be a good video to be able to show like non-vegans
Definitely.
like that
Oh.
health.
My favourite I've seen, I think.
Yeah.
Better than Forks Over
Yeah.
Knives?
I
Well,
think it was a lot more diverse
Yeah.
than Forks Over Knives.
It covers all what runs through people's heads. Because people
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
cope with it when you say that because they're so entrenched in what they've been taught for all these
they think,
years.
well, suddenly, surely the doctor knows
Yeah,
this. Or,
if this is true, then why haven't I heard it before?
Yeah.
Why is like my neighbour
Yeah.
telling me about it? It can't be true.
Well, that's the first step at least.
So-
yeah.
They really got into the perspective of a meat eater, didn't they, in
Yeah.
that documentary? What would they be thinking, and
Yeah.
how would they take this? And
That's what I think.
So-
That it would be work a lot better because it is all these where'd you get your protein and stuff which are irrelevant questions. And I had that at the gym. This guy was saying to me,
Hang on.
"Yeah, look at my teeth. That's for chewing meat." And I was
No.
like, "They're totally flat. Can't you see? You
Yeah.
can't see your own teeth."
Yeah.
It's the arguments that you
It
get when you're
shocks me every
vegan.
time I hear the canine thing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
grinning
really?
at you like that as though they were sort of meant to
I can call these
imagine them.
nails like mega claws, but it
Yeah.
doesn't make them that, does it?
Yeah, they're for tearing the meat apart. I mean,
Yeah.
God, I could hardly burst a pimple with them. Yeah.
What did they say about the canines? They're just good enough for opening envelopes or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Milton
That
Mills.
was
Yeah,
brilliant.
I like him.
There's a lot of good bits, good quotes
Yeah.
and things in there.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
they
how
had-
passionate all the doctors are. You can see how much they believe in what they're saying, and
Well, they're saving lives.
quite angry they're getting in places. And yeah,
But they
Yeah.
had all the top-notch doctors who, like you say, they're in their
They're all
80s.
there,
Some
weren't
of them, they're still working.
I can tell you firsthand, Dr. Clapper, he's, I don't know how old he is now, but he looked like maybe the oldest
Do you
of the
know any-
doctors.
how old Papa was?
No.
No research.
I
I was
wanna say
googling
that-
earlier, but
Yeah.
didn't look him up.
He's not that age, but
I've got
Yeah.
this and that.
when I was there, so the True North Clinic, they're all apartments, and he runs up and down every flight of stairs and every apartment twice a day.
He runs them
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, he's up and down, like trying
Yeah.
to visit all the patients, like
Yeah.
take them all in. In the mornings, I started going in the gym, working out
Yeah.
for the first time in a long time when I felt better towards the
Yeah.
end. And he's in there first
Yeah.
thing in the morning before
Smashing.
his
Wow.
rounds. He's in there on the. We were sort of going there sometimes the same day, and we'd be trying to fight over who gets the bike first, or the first, you know. And
Yeah.
he's got his music on, and he's like going away. Like he doesn't act his age. He's
That's
yeah.
how a doctor
Doctor.
should be.
You don't often get
Yeah.
this in the medical profession. You see them outside the surgeries, the doctors with their fags or they're like obese and
Very
things
fat,
and
yeah.
telling you like what to eat and what not.
Yeah.
But these plant-based doctors are living
Yeah.
it every day. I like when you see Gregor bobbing along, and it's because he's on his walking.
Yeah, he's on his
Yeah.
treadmill when he does his
Treadmill
live cam,
desk.
yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah, it was weird seeing him sit down in this one. It was like, what's different about him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not on his
He's
treadmill.
not
That's
moving.
that's,
About,
that's what's different.
He's static.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're inspiring. And so
Yes.
we're seeing the athletes and the people that have changed their lives as well.
There is just
inspiring.
no
In 2
argument.
weeks, it's not even 30. I used to obviously just try it for a month.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
try it for 2 weeks. A
Yeah.
plant-based diet. And
That's
it
how I
worked.
started. I'll try it for 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with this.
The hard thing I think, the hardest thing about it is like, say if somebody's on a load of drugs and things, and then they want to go plant-based, but the doctors
Yeah.
don't always,
Yeah.
you know, they don't agree, like, or they don't, so they want to come off their drugs. We knew a guy, didn't we, who had diabetes. And
So my client Carl, he reversed his type 2, but
Yeah.
he said like, I got told like I've always got to get my
stay on his medication.
insulin because I won't be able to have a driving license if I
Because
stop
he was a
getting
taxi
it.
driver, he would
Oh.
have lost his license.
So he'd have lost his job,
He kept getting
although he
it, but
didn't
not
need it
taking
anymore.
Yeah, and he used
So
to,
what did he do?
used to
He
get
just-
his
he had to get it.
medication, pick it up and not take it. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So that's what I struggled with when I was unwell. I went to the True North Clinic in America, and then I kept seeing them as a patient, like an outpatient, when I came back to the UK for a time, because I didn't want to see any UK doctors that recommend, you know,
No.
rubbish
waste of
things.
time.
So
Yeah, I don't know a UK doctor I would go to. Well, I've just had that. They talked about the minute the carcinogenic, the meats, the processed meats touch your body, you get inflammation straight away.
Yeah.
Which rung a bell with me having slightly low white blood cell count. Because I was thinking, well, it's because there's no inflammation.
Yeah.
But if that's what's causing the inflammation, then
Yeah.
why do I need the white blood cells? So
Incidentally, oil paralyses our endothelial function as well. You like extra virgin olive oils and yeah, so that's another good reason to
I
avoid
do have a lot of
oil.
oil.
well, I think what confuses
Something
people,
like
and
that.
I do get confused about that, is they say you need a little bit oil to break down some vitamins, don't they?
That's not
Yeah.
true.
Well, no, you do need fat. Some are fat soluble, but you don't need just the refined oil. You can have the oil within the whole
you can have a
food.
walnut or something like
Do you
that.
see the
Oh.
difference?
So you.
So like sugar in fruit versus refined sugar.
So, but well, that's the thing then. So if you were having
Yeah.
a bowl of fruit,
Like
Just
a walnut
fruit
would be
salad.
enough. A walnut in
One
a meal
walnut.
would you'd absorb all the fat
that's what
soluble
I
vitamins
don't
and
understand.
stuff.
So if I had a big, because I've got a habit of having a big bowl of fresh fruit chopped up
Yeah,
as a snack, so
Yeah.
I would only need like one walnut. and
yeah,
have
like the
enough
two
fat
halves.
content,
Basically 3
two
grams
halves.
of fat and you'd absorb everything, even in a huge salad or whatever.
But I think we
Right, 'cause
overcomplicate health
What
Yeah.
I
because
should
the
do.
great example was last year, Andrew Spud Fit, who ate nothing but potatoes.
Yeah.
He didn't have any added oil or any added nuts to absorb vitamins, and everything improved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
think
did
we
all-
overcomplicate health. I think we don't realise that things like vitamins and minerals are recycled in the body.
Yeah.
Whole food.
We're panicked. It's fear
Oh, you've
mongering.
got to get all the amino acids together in the
I
same
just
meal.
remember
Protein,
somebody saying
powder.
there was, I can't remember if it was Dr. Greger, that if you have a non-oil salsa, just tomatoes, you don't. They did a check and you didn't have the lysine.
You get a fraction of the lycopene.
Lycopene,
like,
yeah.
Something like a fifth or something.
Because you didn't have the oil.
It's not that
and
you won't absorb any, but
a
yeah,
fat to absorb it.
but
yeah.
how many people have totally fat-free meals? Like, unless you're really
Yeah.
going out on a limb to try and do that. Like,
Well, like-
even if you're having like a bowl of porridge, well, there's quite a bit of fat in oats. So you know,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
15%.
so really, that's if you're having a big bowl of leafy greens and some tomatoes, then like maybe if you want to
Have
absorb
some-
all the lysine, lycopene, not lysine, lycopene, the carotenoids, some of them.
Yeah,
Then you
then
wouldn't
just
absorb
have like, just a
zeaxanthin.
couple of nuts,
But yeah, it's as
And
simple
just
as
a
a
couple.
walnut, like
and that
a
would
few
cover it.
seeds.
Right.
Yes.
He knows big words.
Yeah,
It
no,
does.
that is really interesting because I know that throws me off because I have got Chef AJ's book and the True North book, Bravo,
Yeah.
which are, well, they call them SOS, salt and
Salt, oil, sugar.
free, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's not that many recipes or some of them are quite complicated, so
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure.
You should check out the Hench Herbivore YouTube channel. It's amazing.
Yeah, because you're an SOS, aren't you?
Pretty much, yeah. I
Yeah.
have a little salt. I just found when I was training with Mr. Universe in that summer,
Yeah.
I was really cramping, and then I added in like a gram of
But then you were doing,
Himalayan.
yes.
But I just sweating like mad.
And Himalayan salt's good for you because it's got minerals in it as well.
Yeah.
I heard recently that wasn't the best salt to have some black
Yeah,
one in.
black,
Maybe
yeah.
salt or- I can't
There's
drink
always
that.
better, isn't there? There's always someone who comes up with
That
something new.
black salt's
But you
the
don't
salt
want a
that
whole
you
lot.
make because it's got sulphur in it. That's the one you make the egg mayonnaise out of because it tastes eggy because there's sulphur in it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But I think if you can get away with not eating it, for the masses, if as long as you're eating plenty of produce, it's going to have sodium and
I have a lot of
Everything
hot
is, isn't it?
sauce and it's very salty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cut down.
Well, that's why
So Greg,
the True North puts celery because celery's
celery's really good.
it's
for salt.
salty.
Salty
It's
and
quite
everything.
salty. Yeah. That's what I noticed about the True North book is it shows you what's sour, sweet, salty
Yeah,
in
it's a good book.
vegetables and why they mix them in. So
I'm avoiding salt now because I heard, or not as much, cut it right down. Because I thought it just was to do with your blood pressure, and I thought mine's mega low, so I don't need to bother. So I won't worry about having a little salt in things.
Yeah.
But I've learned it's indicated in several times the stomach cancers, and it attacks, it hardens the arteries. So when you eat, you have free radicals attacking the endothelium. And there's this supercharged antioxidant, I forget the name, superoxidase something, which fights that, but salt blunts the release of it. So it's actually damaging
how
your
much salt are
blood
you having though?
vessels. I didn't realise, I didn't think I was having a lot, so I'd
Yeah.
have a little like soy sauce in my steam fry,
Yeah.
but then I was having chili powder and 5-spice, there's salt in those as well. And then there was a bit of salt in some of my flavoured protein powders, and I looked, and it adds up.
It's like
It really
sugar,
adds up.
it's hidden in a lot of things, isn't it? And that's how having processed things is so dangerous as well, because
Yeah.
all that's hidden that you don't realise
So I'm
how
eating,
much you're having.
I'm eating all whole foods now, except for my protein powder, which I have a little because I
Yeah.
feel being a bit bigger and not eating just all legumes, and I want a
Yeah.
bit of variety and quite a bit of fruit and things. But I don't have any additives in there now.
Yeah.
It's just raw, brand-wise protein. It's like drinking liquid cardboard. But Anyway, we've gone off tangent.
Oh,
Did anyone else want to talk about the film?
Yeah, I just wanted
Sorry,
to say
everyone.
when the pus,
Oh,
are we talking about
god
that?
damn, yeah.
And the fetal matter and
You
all.
go for the gross factor.
What was
to
it like?
tickle us that way.
80 or 90% of meat has like fecal matter.
90%
in it, or
of ground
whatever they
beef.
say,
I
or
remember
like-
the first time you told me about pus being in milk. I was
Yeah.
like,
Ah.
yeah.
Which
Did you
means it's
believe
in
me?
cheese,
Yeah,
it's
and I
in
thought that
yogurt.
makes it sound
So in cheese it's going to be
sugary.
super concentrated. So they're allowed by law to have three-quarters of a million pus cells in 1 cubic centimetre of milk. I mean, I'm not quite sure how big these cells are,
And the
but
reason they're
nearly a
allowed
million
it-
in that.
I mean, when you hear it, it's like, of course there is. Yeah, that's.
And the
What?
reason
That's
it's
great.
there is
Of course it would
because
be.
their nipples have got infection all the time because they're
blood in
milked
it.
twice a day, the blood as
Yeah.
well, and they can't not have it in because it's there.
Yeah.
So
it's
they
part
have,
of
that's
milk.
why they've
I
allowed
bet they've
it
tried to
because
take
it's
it
there.
out, but they-
Yeah, there are filters,
Why
but
would they?
it's still...
Why would they though?
I don't know. Well, if they think
Just leave it in there.
if people are going to think it's gross, they want to keep selling their product. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it's been alright so far. Well, until now with
Yuck.
plant milks. and people
Yeah.
talking about it, like this film.
And then they were showing in there like how cheap it is to eat vegan as well, and like
Yeah.
they didn't mention that a lot, just a quick little bit, but that was enough. That just,
Yeah.
$25 a week per person to eat vegan.
They mentioned everything. It's really good.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
want to
like
see it again.
it's like a great big smack. So you're shocked by it, and you go elsewhere to go, is this true?
Yeah.
And do your own research.
But it
And
feels
go
like the
recipes.
4 or 5 questions that would come up for people, oh, isn't it? But they've just touched on that quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like they've sort of
Yeah.
shut people down with all that nonsense.
Yeah.
And
It was really well done, I thought.
fitness and bodybuilding.
Yeah.
The
and
time went really quickly, I thought, the hour and a
Yeah.
half.
It's
was
left me
just like-
feeling quite positive at the end. I've watched
Yeah.
some
Yes.
documentaries and things afterwards. Maybe I either feel really upset or like angry. Like I just feel like they ended it on a high. When
Yeah.
she's going back to all those
They know how to
patients.
do a story
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah.
Go back to those patients. Oh, they're doing better now. Feeling like, yeah, this is great, and I feel just good, and like I want to show it to everyone.
Yeah.
So veganism is the answer. Oh, he's used that. That's great.
Yeah.
I wish that could have been
Really
even
something
longer
like
term on these people to really show.
Yeah.
But that's what they've
Yeah.
done with the Game Changers. I think they did follow them for months.
And in a
Oh,
way,
that'll
just
be
the fact
interesting.
that they showed in 2 weeks what a turnaround you could get,
Yeah.
that was kind of
Yeah.
It
Right.
is instant. It's
Because
anyone could
anti-inflammatory. It's
Try it for 2 weeks. you
Yeah.
know. Surely they can
Yeah.
try it
It
for
took
2
a year
weeks.
for my
Who
acne
you
to go
calling
though. It's not
Shirley?
bad.
Yeah.
2 weeks would have been cool.
Mm.
Yeah, they cleared it up.
they just were showing there's nothing that it can't help, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
Well,
It's
that's-
with diet
yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, I noticed my allergies went away. I was allergic to cats, which I still can't get over. Even when somebody just opened the
Yes.
front door, my throat used to close up and I used to get all
Hang on a
hives
minute.
and stuff. And it wasn't until I went into someone's house and there was all these eyes. He had like 6 house cats.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's happening to me.
Yeah.
And it was just amazing. I was in his house for like 2 hours. I was
Yeah.
like, this is... And then I was round at Penny's stroking her cat. I was
Oh, I
like,
didn't know you were allergic
can't...
to cats.
Yeah, I was like, I just can't believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that was just something that's just happened since I went vegan. So,
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
how they showed bodybuilders in that documentary as well. A few bodybuilders
Yeah.
thriving as well. That was good.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned the tendonitis that went. That reminded me that you had that, and you had
Yeah.
hay fever, and
I had like 2 or 3 allergies have gone.
yours as well.
Tendonitis, hay fever.
I had eczema, that's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. It's just such a good diet. You
In
just feel so
America,
good.
they put people on a lot of pills. Is it me, or do we not put people on so many pills in this country?
I go,
people have like
yeah,
15
no.
pills.
It's the same in
I was
this
like, what?
country.
Is it?
The thing is, because all of them have side effects, and if you ask, because I do some domiciliary home care,
Yeah.
and they're all on tablets, and I say to them purposely, do you feel better for taking those tablets? No. What are those tablets for? I don't know. What are the side effects of those tablets for? I don't know. The doctor gives me them. Some of them might know if they've had like diarrhea or constipation or migraines, and they'll say, yeah, I went back to the doctor and they gave me another tablet for that and said it was
Yeah.
because of the other tablet that I had to take. Otherwise, they still don't know.
So the best-selling drugs are, statin lowering.
Don't work.
Statins.
They still get
They
the,
work in about 3% of cases over 6 years.
Yeah.
So
they still
people
get the
don't
heart
have-
attacks, and everyone's on statins.
Esselstyn's, cases where he used the plant-based nutrition to reverse heart disease.
Yeah.
99.4% of those people reversed their heart
They
disease.
had all the best figures in that documentary. didn't
Yeah,
they?
it's all in there.
Yeah. It's the only thing that worked was the plants.
Yeah.
Only thing that worked.
And the side effects of medications is like all sorts of cancers and
Yeah, awful.
complications.
Awful.
And the side effects of eating plants is, well, you don't get these other 14 diseases.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
the-
not
Side
hard,
effects
is
as
it?
you come off the medication, he said.
So would you recommend it?
I'd recommend it to a friend.
to the
Yeah.
world.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's do a big old show and get
It's
those
a good
people
tool.
I
Yeah.
think everyone
For
should buy that documentary
information.
and play it to their loved ones, people they really want to turn
I'd
vegan.
buy it to lend out, like forks over knives.
I hope they
Yeah.
make it in a DVD. I think they are going to. I think I might have paid
Oh,
for
they
that
must
as well. But I don't know if it's going to be an American version. Surely not. Surely it'll be a British version. But yeah, that's why I got forks over knives as well, to give out to people. In
I
fact,
thought that was the British version when they spelt Dublin is Dublin.
Dublin, I know, this the first one, and then Dublin. Yeah, that was so
Typo.
sad.
Eagle-eyed.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, there's no errors.
That was the only thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
no,
was
it
More
was
than
just
we noticed.
upside down.
But there's going to be a world premiere, isn't there? What date was it?
I think 16th of March it
Where's
comes
that
out
playing?
officially.
So I think online. I think it's a
Which-
world
oh,
premiere
Which
online.
must
So
be the Friday night.
it's soon.
It's the sort of thing you want to see
Nice.
more than once to get all the information really in there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
definitely buy it on DVD, I reckon. Yeah.
And show it to everyone you know.
I'll be getting it.
What the hell?
What the
What
hell?
the hell?
Oh,
What the
scared
hell?
me.
So Keegan, Kuhn and Kip Anderson, the Conspiracy guys, isn't it?
Keegan and Kip.
And then they're doing Seaspiracy as well, aren't they?
Are they going to do C1?
Yeah, I think they've been doing it, yeah. So that's the next one. And then Game Changers as well this year.
Woo!
that's
Isn't it
It's going to be a
exciting
good year for documentaries. I feel like 2016, like,
I
things
think
will take it off and that this
people
year.
are ready for it though. You know, people
Yeah.
want to improve their health. They've been on these tablets for so long, they don't work.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else out there.
Yeah, man. I think that's a good time to wrap up as everyone said everything
Yes,
they wanted
yes.
to. If you've enjoyed this live stream, please like and subscribe. Go vegan for victory.
Vegan for victory!
Vegan!
Vegan for victory!
Woo!
The lovely